Now, Halloween always had a special place in my heart. Part of it is the love for creativities involved in costume making, where one time each year everyone aspired to be a maker. Another is the fact that it feels more like a celebration for the locals as compared to the glitz and glam that is the nationally televised Thanksgiving and Christmas, beloved and mobbed by the tourist. And the best part, I get to do the Halloween ride with the New York City Eboarding Group. As always, if you enjoy this video, please like and subscribe. I got a whole bunch of quick updates before we get to the rides. I promise to be quick this time. The wall bracket. It was a crazy week. I went to a fundraiser called Hula Wing for NYRP as a group of Ziggy Stardust on Monday, plus the Halloween ride midweek, and we went to the New York State Pumpkin Blaze in a torrential downpour on Friday. We enjoyed the show but hated the rain.
So I barely had time, but I tell you, the Z10 shall stay on the floor no longer.
After a lot of drilling and some dirty look from Kelly, the Z10 is finally up.
Alright, really quickly, if you're thinking of making one yourself, 1/2-inch black inch pipe, and most importantly, the 7-inch spacer that will get you the exact right width to provide support to the two different foot pedal hinge piece that would support the Z10 perfectly.
Next,
Quick preview of my next obsession. This is my current gimbal setup with an extension. This is a double-ended monopod that actually extends up to 10 feet. Don't look at me like I'm crazy. This is actually how I shot the awesome Halloween ride footage that you'll see later. But the problem with this setup is that although I can control the orientation of the camera, since the camera is so far away, I can't really see what it is I'm shooting. This requires an unnecessarily complex technological solution. I really should trademark that. I ride with this thing going through the street doing 25 miles an hour. I know, it's very weird. More info to come. Next.
Z10 impression, week 2.
So the wheel wobble is real and it still happens occasionally. But to tell the truth, I'm having way too much fun with the Z10 to really let it bother me. And it usually happens on less maintained streets, like the pavement in the park, and not so much in regular street like this.
A little bit too much fun apparently, since I had my first real fall on the Z10. Or really any electric unicycle for that matter. Real, since during prior falls I had always been able to land on my feet. Wasn't a problem with the IPSI-5 since its lower speed means more time to react and less speed to scrub off. Not so on the Z10. So I was on my way to work. Of course I was not wearing any protection since I promised I was going to be good and not go fast. A promise that I immediately break upon stepping foot on the Z10. And just so you know what I have to deal with on a daily basis.
So here in New York City, they dig up the street so often that they have to come up with a system of keeping track of them, which is this little blue text. It tells them who they can make fun of when they see a really terribly made patch.
Anyway, so I was rolling down 4th Street and they were cutting it up again. And being a New Yorker, of course, the giant 8-foot rotating disc of death didn't really bother me, but the leaky rubber hose supplying the water to it was kind of a problem. It was running parallel to my path and I tried to hop it, but no good, I go down hard, bang! Right into the muddy water, just what I need first thing in the morning. Lesson learned, don't try to drive the sports car to work. And that speed limit on the IPSI-5 does keep a man honest, I tell you.
So I promise to talk more next week about some other observation as well as what I had noted about the weirdness of the braking behaviors, which probably require a little bit more testing. But I want to get on to the Halloween rides.
Oh, that's right! The Halloween New York City Eboarding Ride. Well, we'll need another costume then.
Alright, it is the night before and it's 10 o'clock right now. It seems like it's not really Halloween unless there's a last minute scramble to make costume. I didn't really think about this ahead of time. I had an old costume, which is this ninja outfit that I had worn in the past while rollerblading, so I'm gonna reuse this thing and try to add some lights to it, so hopefully it'll turn out. Don't have too much time, just an hour or two, so hopefully I'll make something out of this.
With the costume completed, consisting mostly of pounds of hot glue, gaffer tapes, and about 30 AA batteries, I was ready to go. The group is meeting at 6 p.m. and I have to make it all the way across town to Chelsea Pier where everyone is meeting up. The downtown leg of 6th Avenue was closed for the village parade, but I was able to make the crossing at 14th Street. And after that, it was a clear shot to the west side. And as always, the e-boarders were not hard to find. Just look for the massive amount of blinking lights. I've never seen such a large group of e-boarders, and there were some awesome costumes and monster electric skateboards to go with them. Look at this freaking thing! Also saw Tishawn Fahie. Told him that with all the videos he made, he might as well be the official spokesperson for the NYC Eboarding Group. His was some of the first videos I have ever saw of people riding that strange one-wheel contraptions around, so it was cool to see the man in action for real. You see that swing he does? When I saw that in his video, I swear it was like the first time I went, that looked like fun. After some milling around, the clock hit 7 and we were ready to go, and it is pandemonium. I cannot overemphasize how awesome it is to ride with so many other EV enthusiasts. The blinking lights, the high-pitched whine of 1,000 electric motors all screaming for speed, it is something else altogether. We head downtown towards the pier and passes through the World Trade Center terminal station, the billion-dollar winged Oculus by Santiago Calatrava. Brilliantly illuminated at night, the perfect backdrop to our gang of urban electric nomads. And finally we made it down to Battery Park, our first stop where group photos were taken, motor specification compared, and also where we will bring our episode to an end. I hope you enjoy watching this video. This was a full and beautiful week where lots happened. I promise that I will return to the serious business of Z10 studies next week. And as always, I would greatly appreciate it if you subscribe and like the video. Until next week, thank you.